Hey there, fellow nostalgia aficionados. Welcome back. David Eon here in the Open by Chance Vintage Toy Museum and Media Lounge. And today we are showcasing my 1977 Ideal Toy Corporation Mr. Rogers Neighborhood Soft Puppet Dolls, of which there are only three. There were only three. That is King Friday the 13th, X the Owl, and Lady Elaine Fairchild. 12 inches tall, plush bodies with an opening in the back for you to put your fingers through so that you can articulate the hands and head. Rubber heads with actually surprisingly detailed sculpts. The sculpts on these are amazing. Again, made by Ideal Toy Corporation in 1977. And they are not easy to find in the packaging by any means. It's taken me a long time to complete this set, and this one right here is the one that I was missing. That is Lady Elaine Fairchild, which I acquired just recently, allowing me to complete the set finally. And I pulled them out of their wall space, which is right there. That's where they would normally be resting, so that I can show them to you here today. And there's the Ideal Neighborhood Trolley that is also part of this series, which I've already done a showcase on, and I can link that to the end of the video if you are curious about it. It's really amazing, actually. I love that thing. It's really amazing. There was one other piece that was supposed to be part of this series that never made it into full production. It only got as far as salesman samples, and so it's hen's teeth. The finger puppets turn up from time to time. You're not going to find much else from that series because, again, the Neighborhood Trolley has two finger puppets in it. That is Daniel Striped Tiger and Lady Elaine Fairchild, little 2-inch finger puppets. But these are the 12-inch hand puppet dolls, which I love these. I'm a big fan of the classic Mr. Rogers. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was the second longest running children's syndicated television show. Second longest running. And it was brilliantly done, and I love the idea of the neighborhood of make-believe, implying it's okay to pretend, but there's a time to put that away. There's a time to put that away, and I'll show you all the way around these boxes here. I'll start turning them for you so that you can see what is pictured on the sides of these boxes. And this is not the original box design, by the way. This is not the original box design. These are the left sides of the boxes showing various children. There was a different box design that was pictured in the Ideal 1977 Toy Fair catalog, and I do actually have that catalog, so I will show it to you. I've done a showcase of the catalog too once upon a time, but I will show it to you. I think I did a showcase of the catalog. Now I'm confused. I've done a bunch of catalog tours of various Toy Fair catalogs that I have, and now I'm questioning whether or not I actually did that one. And then we turn these around to the back, and you notice how they've altered the photographs, at least on the top row, so that each puppet shows the other two puppets in the series. X the Owl, Lady Elaine, King Friday, and so on. Then they show you the playset, which was never produced commercially. Never produced, and that looks amazing. I would love to have that. That is crazy. Look at that. That is almost the whole neighborhood there. You got the museum go around, you got the airplane, you've got the castle, you got X's treehouse, and with Henrietta Pussycat's little house attachment. That's like half the neighborhood right there. Never produced it. Just salesman samples of the finger puppets, which you can find, They are expensive. I mean, you're talking 100 to 150 a piece for the collector, as it were. And then, of course, the neighborhood trolley, which was produced, that came with Daniel Striped Tiger and Lady Elaine Fairchild, the Mr. Rogers musical trolley. And it is musical, and it is mechanical, not battery operated. That is, it has a music box in it that is connected to the wheels so that when you push the trolley, it plays the theme song. Very cleverly designed. And I'll rotate these again, show you what's on the other side. And a lot of people are shocked that there was anything Mr. Rogers related, because he was not big on merchandising, and that is true, and that's probably part of the reason why this series was canceled altogether. There was always books and records and things like that available from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but not heavy merchandising, and generally not things like this. But this was produced again by Ideal, very limited. Just the 3 puppets and the trolley and the 1 canceled playset, courtesy of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I'll close in on that so that you can read it if you want to. But he did frown on that. There was another attempt, because when I showed these on Facebook, it got a lot of attention because many people had never seen these before. And a lot of people commented, I thought I remembered seeing a Daniel Tiger puppet. You might have, but not from this series, because Dakin made a set of hand puppets in 1988. It was Dakin. At first I thought it was Knickerbocker. I'm thinking, was it Knickerbocker? No, it was Dakin. Made a series of puppets in 1988. They made most of the Neighborhood of Make-Believe characters in hand puppet form, most of them. And they're not as good quality as these. The ones from Dakin are not as good quality as these. They are the standard like cloth hand puppet with the rubber head that came in a cello bag with a header card kind of thing. Let me get the Ideal catalog here. I'm holding it. There it is. That's the 1977 Ideal Toy Fair catalog. And I will turn it. It should be right under preschool, actually. I will turn it to Mr. It should be the first. Oh, am I in the wrong section? Because I'm pretty sure it was in preschool. Unless I just messed that up. There we are. It's in the back of the preschool. Again, there is the Neighborhood of Make-Believe, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood of Make-Believe complete playset, front and back, so you can see what's inside. Came with King Friday, Prince Tuesday, who else? X the Owl, Henrietta Pussycat, and Queen Sarah. The handwritten price would be the suggested retail price, written in by whoever had this catalog, and the original box design, the original packaging design. And on the back here, there's your neighborhood trolley, retail suggestion $6.99, and then the hand puppets. Look, they even have little feet. $3.99 suggested retail, and then the packaging designs for the trolley and for the puppets, which that's a lot more striking, I think, than the color scheme that they went with, which was the green and yellow as opposed to green and white. I think they couldn't do it in that color. I'm speculating here, but I'm going to turn the camera. Look over here. Same time period, Child Guidance Sesame Street was already using that color scheme. And I imagine someone in marketing said, nah, you know what, we can't do that. Pretty sure. A lot of hate for Lady Elaine, unfortunately. Half the comments, I mean, there must have been like 1,000 comments on that image that I put on Facebook, and half of them are like, "Oh, Lady Elaine gave me nightmares. Lady Elaine is scary." No, she's not, actually. I don't recall ever being scared of Lady Elaine, nor do I recall anyone I knew growing up being afraid of Lady Elaine. And that's really kind of the point to why she looks the way that she does, because there's no reason to be afraid of her based on her appearance. I guess they never learned that lesson growing up. I don't know what to say about that, but enough with the hate on Lady Elaine Fairchild already. Again, these are 12 inches tall. The boxes are not sealed. I can open one of these flaps and just show you here really quickly. Although they are connected to the interior card. I can pull him out briefly. You see how he's attached with a twist tie. That's how they came connected. And also notice that they did not put the feet. You remember there were feet in the picture that I just showed you from the Ideal toy catalog, but now there's no feet there. The way the plush is designed with this flat bottom, it's soft, but it's flat, and you can stand him like that. It's all plush on the front, and then you reach up in here, behind his back, up in like that, and that's where you get access to the hands and to the head, which I can't really move because there's a cardboard form inside holding his arms out and his head up. And just again, close up here out of the package. Look at the detail on that sculpt. I mean, they are really, really close to the puppets that were used on the show. What amazing detail. I love these. You know, I'm a big fan of everything. Let me put this back in proper. Big fan of everything nostalgic. I mean, that's what we do here. That's what we do here, is just share the love of the nostalgia of collecting, whether it's toys or action figures, magazines, comic books, anything like that. I don't want to open up the other two because their packaging is a little weaker. You can see some damage up there. But I can get you in there nice and tight so that you can see. And again, obviously there were design changes, because I'll show you here again on the catalog. They did have feet originally, and I guess, I don't know, maybe the feet caused them to not be able to balance properly when you stood them up. And then another look at poor Lady Elaine. She's so misunderstood. She was the museum curator in the museum go-round. But she was not a mean person. Nothing to be afraid of. Just a weird-looking character. Could have been your grandma. Who knows? Boomerang, Toomerang, Sumerang, which was the phrase that she would use, because in the museum go-round there was a magic boomerang, and those were the magic words that would activate the boomerang so that she could make a wish. What do you think? Have you ever seen these before? Have you ever seen these before? Did you have these when you were a kid? Were you a fan of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Those were the days. Children's PBS broadcasting. I mean, in my opinion, it's garbage now. And it really ended when they went in the direction of the Elmo puppet on Sesame Street. That was the beginning of the end for what we knew growing up as far as children's television broadcasting. When we had the original Sesame Street, when we had the Electric Company, when we had Mr. Rogers, when we had the original Zoom or 321 Contact. Things have changed. Things have changed. But let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got anything out of it. I sure hope you did. Share it if you can. Hype it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. Join the family, as it were. And if that is it, then what more can I say? But thanks for watching. And we will see you again soon.